Kathy.
And I am Ligi.
Hey, here we are today on Cooking at Home. Yeah, what we're going to do today is a classic mix on nachos, homemade nachos that you can find at Applebee's, TGI, Fridays, or any restaurant like such. But right now we're going to give it a classic spin and bring it on home. Ligi, what are we going to do first?
Okay. So first, right, what we're going to do is we're going to wash our hands. Okay. We're going to wash our hands to take all the germies off, okay? So if you follow me to the sink over here, we're going to wash our hands, okay? Like such.
You want to get a nice, precise amount of soap on your hands. And you want to kind of rub. They say it takes about 15 seconds to get all those germs off. You might want to sing the happy birthday song first, but because of time limits on the show, we're just going to kind of, freeball it, okay? I'm going to skip the soap part, okay? I know you guys won't mind. Okay, I'm going to shut the water off. You kind of just want to rub your hands on a nice rack so you get all that dry off so that whatever substances you're dealing with, they don't stick onto your hands. Ligi, can you tell us our ingredients?
Okay, so for our first ingredients of the nachos, what can they possibly be? The nachos! Okay, so we're going to grab the bag of nachos, a.k.a. Tostinos, and do you want to tell them what exactly they have in them?
Yes, these Tostino chips. We bought a special kind of Tostino chips.
Yes, very special.
These have a hint of lime. Now, if you prefer non-lime, you can buy the original kind.
That's okay.
Or you could add your own lime. Okay, either way works. But we preferred the hint of lime because we just wanted a hint, not a whole bunch.
Just a little Hispanic spice to it, you know what I mean? Okay. So now we're going to gently add the nachos into the bowl.
Into our bowl. And as you see, it's just a regular bowl. Okay, we're going to add them now. Go ahead, Ligi.
Very gentle.
Oh, okay. All right. That's quite loud.
That's good.
Okay. Okay. Please disregard this. Just disregard this part. Her hand seems to have slipped a bit. She was a little too generous. Does that look okay?
That looks about
okay. That's about right.
fine.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is, I'm kind of just going to put my hand in a fist like so, and stick it in here to kind of break the nacho chips just a bit. Because nobody likes those huge nacho chips. I mean, am I right? You can never fit them into your mouth. So you kind of just want to give them a little mush to get those nice size thingies. Ligi?
Do I smash?
Oh, okay. Next ingredient, Ligi.
Now for the next ingredient to this wonderful recipe of homemade nachos, we're going to add meat as such. Okay, it's not a lot because we're not meat fans. So, right, if you're vegetarian, you could skip the meat. Okay, maybe add some vegetables. That'll work too. You know. So we added meat as such.
What are you going to do with this one?
Excuse us. Our producer, Chef, seems to miss a fact.
Que yo no voy a breve ahora. Okay, Kathy, next ingredient, if you will.
Okay. Actually, the next ingredient is the cheese. Now, what we did is we used classic mozzarella cheese, and we love that mozzarella flavor. It's just so moist, okay? And what we did is we grated it on some salad master. But works, obviously, on cheese also, not just on salad. So, Ligi, would you do us the honors, please?
So I'm going to take my fist like this, and I'm going to grab some cheese, just as, and sprinkle around. Okay.
Now, if you prefer not to sprinkle, you could just dump, but some people are sprinkling.
Or you can dump as such. Dump. I prefer to sprinkle because it gets it all around and not just in one zoned area. But there are people who just like to dump because they're anxious to eat.
Okay, our next ingredient is beans. Okay, beans. Any kind of beans that you prefer, whatever you like. Now, some people prefer the beans first and then the cheese over the beans, but I prefer the cheese and then the beans because then the beans kind of melt that cheese and you get that nice melted cheese flavor. So, we're going to go ahead and put in our beans, give it a little mix here in our little container, and I'm kind of just going to put that in there like such, just all over the cheese so that we could get that nice layer of melted cheese under our...
Isn't that looking quite delicious?
Looking
right
quite
there.
pretty. You have a nice array of colors so far. We have our classic tan nachos. Okay, you have your nice white. Okay, our dark brown meat, and then our light brown beans. Okay. I'm going to continue pouring our beans. Okay. And you really just, the cream of the beans is the most important part because you want those nachos to be kind of moist, but not too much that they're soggy, okay? Because who likes soggy nachos? You know, everybody wants that crunch, you know what I mean? So I think we're about good on beans. And now, we do our next ingredient.
For our last ingredient, this is something a lot of people don't actually like to add to their nachos. So this can be where some of you tend to stop and just, mix and eat. But here in this show, we've decided to add sour cream to the top of the nachos. Usually, we're going to mix them and it's going to get all around. But we're just going to add a tiny bit. You don't want to add too much because then it takes away from the bean flavor. So we're going to open this here. And if Kathy would please.
Sure. What we kind of want is not too much, like she said before. You just kind of want a dollop of sour cream, and you kind of just want to, just like that, huh? One more time. Just like that. All right. Now that we got all of our ingredients in there, what's our next step, Ligi?
So now for the cherry on top. We're not really putting the cherry on top, but for the cherry on top, what we're going to do is mix. Mix that stuff.
So I'm just going to kind of bring this closer to me.
Hug it,
hug it,
caress it. Make the best nachos your friend.
And I'm kind of just going to give it a mix. You don't want to use, obviously, one of those fancy mixer thingies, because obviously that's not the tool you need here. You kind of just want to give it a gentle spin, because you don't want to break up your nachos more than they already are. We already remembered the whole fifth thing at the beginning. We got the right size we wanted. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of mix them so that all the ingredients are evenly distributed on all of the nachos, okay? And as you can see that nice cheese melted so nicely and all those beans are spread out also evenly. And you can even see that little sour cream that's beginning also to spread over all of our nacho chips. And it's getting like this nice, just kind of glaze over all of the chips. And it's going to be really delicious. You're going to like it. I think we're good on the mixing. And again, sometimes at the end you feel like you should add a couple ingredients. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of beans that I left from the beginning, and I'm just going to kind of add them over top. Just like this, okay? Just like that. Just so you could get like a pretty little thing on top. Okay, yeah, did that. And again, that's enough. And you have nachos.
Now, some of you would like to, add your own specific flavor to it, such as avocados or lettuce or tomatoes or any type of just specific flavor that you would like to add on to it. By all means, go ahead and put your own flavoring to it. But these are just some basics that me and Kathy have come up with, just making a homemade nacho, and now we're just going to sit down with our crew and enjoy it. So,
thank you for watching Cooking at Home with Kathy and Ligi. And again, today, I hope you take this recipe to your homes and share it with your family and friends. So, yeah, thank you for joining us.
bye.
Enjoy.